Looking at question 9, or the first question for Air Force One, we have an author's purpose question. The author wrote the selection most likely to. This leads us to the question, why did the author write this selection? So you want to think about the whole selection. A, recount the history of presidential transportation in the United States. You might look at this one and like it because you might remember paragraphs 5 and 6. It was all about the history of presidential transportation, how it went from horses to a plane, and then the different names that it had. However, this was only in paragraphs 5 and 6. If this was the author's purpose, then the whole article would have been about that. However, there are lots of things that the author covered. So A is wrong because this part was only in paragraphs 5 and 6. B, describe Air Force One and its role in transporting U.S. presidents. This one I like because we start with description of the Air Force One, what it looks like, how it's different from a Boeing 747. We even have a photograph and a diagram, and then we learn about the role in transporting presidents all the way from the history of it and what presidents do while on board. So I like this one because it hits two things, description and the role. C, compare various U.S. presidents' attitudes toward Air Force One. There was a part where we talked about different presidents on the plane, but we didn't learn anything about their attitudes towards it. If that was in there, it would say, oh, Nixon hated the Air Force One. But we have no evidence as to how the presidents felt about Air Force One. So C is wrong. D, explain why frequent travel is required of U.S. presidents. Again, there is no mention of why travel is required. We just get a sense that they do have to travel a lot because they have a plane. But there is no section even that says this is why the president has to travel so much. So D is also incorrect. So I'm left with B because it hits it on two parts, description and the role. B is the right answer.